Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. And right away I will have to address, and which I know some of you people probably, well, didn't have to comment on it or didn't have to say anything necessarily, but you probably noticed some of why have I not been uploading videos of Crusader Kings 3 as regularly as I did in the past. Is there something going on with you? Well, to answer to that, well, I would say there is a little bit wrong with me, in the sense of, well, I mean, health-wise I'm good, it's just my priorities have been taken up, not necessarily real life, but hobbies, things that I like to do in real life. In other words, there are some things in real life that I like doing rather than making videos. This does not mean that I hate making videos these days. That would be asinine. I mean, I'm still committed to this video series. It's just I'm not as enthusiastic on doing this video series as I did many times in the past. Which, I don't know. I don't think it's the geographical location or the type of playthrough or anything like that. I mean, it is challenging. I do love a good challenge. Don't get me all wrong. As you know, we're still quite a ways to, try to get to all this. Especially with the idea of, gotta take this and then that before the next phase, which is still quite a ways away. There's no need to rush it. Unless it ends in Concession. So it should be well in mind that, like, say, what happens if it ends in Concession? So, obviously, when it ends, all wars between independent involved rulers and a white peace. And all independent involved rulers gain a 50-year truce with each other. Keyword, all independent involved. Meaning, if I want to break a truce, well, breaking into yourself is, a very bad thing to do, unless you murder somebody. And every house has supported with building efforts, but since I'm a detractor, this would do for the next 100 years. Once it ends in destabilization, stabilization, I should say. As it states before. And plus, I'm 67 years old, my health is poor, and I could go at any time. When I thought about the succession, well, my son here, Gunavarman, he's got 4 titles, but not all it's going to go to. Kabulistan is going to go towards, here. Now look here. Zunist, old Zunist. And this is my grandson, and he lives all the way in India. And I don't want him to inherit any of my lands. So I need to get rid of that man. And to do so, murder is the option. But he's out traveling unprotected and alone, which is good. So, I got one more murder left in me before it's my time to go. And I want you to support that scheme. And also, you old Zunist, you've been with me since the very beginning. So, this is your last one. Help me out on this. But in the event of your passing, we'll have her. I mean, we could increase the chance as the events go on. Unless you want to go back to that. And I like having domain focus. Because, you know, domain and all that. But I believe the easiest way to get rid of that person is to, well, just say, hey, you want to come over? And he's like, sure, he'll come over. And maybe during his travels, he'll probably die out in the while traveling. And since he's an eager reveler, which Mahayana Buddhists don't like that, and since we do have a few Buddhists in our realm, I'm sure they would be all too eager to, you know, want to get rid of him too. And plus, he's a different dynasty. That's another reason why I want to get rid of him. Yeah, that's a good idea. Do come over. I mean, at least he'll be right here. Let's just hope that plan doesn't backfire on me. While meanwhile, I would think of plans of, you know, to take this. Fort level 4. Fort level 3, fort level 4. And over there, fort level 4. Tell you what. After Mott's, which is 11 years time, we should get mustering grounds. Before I even think about, you know, getting early medieval innovations. As much as we are expanding, we are still considered vulnerable. Unless we expand more. Steward. So, I think that's pretty much it that we could do here for now. And also, hopefully get rid of my grandson before I pass. So he's traveled to the court. Getting closer and closer to Concession if these bastards keep raiding. Oh, good. You two joined up. They don't like sinners. Yep, inviting him was the right call. Unknown criminal. He's already been punished. And already been punished by imprisoning him. Like, didn't I banish him one time? Oh gosh, no loonies. You'll do. Let me recruit you. And demand conversion. You may not like me, but you will learn to respect me. I crossed the courtyard when my dog, Miraman, and my hedgehog, Kushana Kanak, entered from opposing sides. I have no time to react. They are at each other's throats in seconds. Toss of black quills flies, they both hiss and growl and shriek, loud enough to alarm the area. Again, this constant is then. Dogs and hedgehogs don't get along? I don't want to get caught in the middle, so I'm sure they'll work it out. Here you are. average, but you'll do. I could find neither of the Ramanokers. I scouted a castle surrounding it, but no one has seen him. Just as I'm turning back, guys, spot a small pool of blood on the ground. Another and another. They lead me to a heap of bloody fur and this. Two teared up bodies hanging on the ground, and there's no mistake who they are. Why couldn't you two just get along? I lost my dog and my hedgehog. Crud. Found our food supply spoiled. Still traveling. I just hope he dies while traveling rather than me assassinating. It's too easy for him to die. My past companions now resting for an eternity. For future reference, keep one pet. Don't keep multiples, otherwise such things like that may happen. A wide variety of venomous critters greets me at a merchant's stall. I am struck of inspiration. Wouldn't one of these exquisite creatures be the perfect gift for Tamasp? One of your daddy's most interesting ones, please. The merchant placated snake in a woven basket with no questions asked. Well, I opened the lid, but to my surprise I find it empty. Look, Mom, look. The man is balancing a creature on his head. The loud voice rings up behind me as I turn out to see that the crowd is gone. Ta-da! Now get it off! Get it off! I lost the creature, but at least I didn't lose my life. That didn't work. Your first child. No, that Firuz' first child. What's that? A katana. That's a interesting name. Alright, come on in. Wait patiently by the door for the arrival of Mazaban Uksh, who was soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the shadow. Last I bid rise to confirm my satisfaction in his rights to align the rules in my stead. Serve me well. Too bad no gifts here. Now he's crossing the mountains in the winter. This would be his downfall, hopefully. We got to do it now. Going ahead of time here. It cannot wait. They're just hired mercenaries. Oh, hell. Just in case. At least the cut off part. You gotta do it before, the concession phase starts. My spy master Nashal approaches me with wicked grin. My lord, this pouch contains a powder most nefarious. A sprig on top, say, a gift for Tomas. It leaves no trace, but will affect whoever touches it with weakness and ill humans. Gotta do it before I die, so... Well, I would say it deserves a gift. I'll spend this just this once, even though we hope for a quicker end of the wars. And since he's the ruler here, hopefully we can catch her in battle and just end with it quickly. And get moving with the murder progress. As I take notice of the performances of Vitana on the council, or among the inform of his vassals' meetings, I sense he's ever more influential in decisions being made and the advice being given to me. It is no wonder that his political mastery improves his contribution and his long-standing influence at large. He's a savvy politician now. Oh, she was constant this whole time with me. I'll miss her. Those raids are the reasons why this is happening. Six. It's gonna end in a white pace, unfortunately. With all this I could have started it much earlier. But now that idea is impossible. 499. Wages prepared for weeks. The cook's been bribed to look the other way. A poison's been acquired and the duck was gifted to Tomas Balone. It will be rubbed with poison and a bed of herbs will mask the smells of the serve. The deadly bitterness will be the last thing my target ever tastes. Bon appetit, Tomas. Thanks to the duck and the poison vial, Tomas is finally dead. I remember when Tomas Shah Bamiyan began a dethronement war against me. Revenge at last. It all seems that none of my agents are under suspicion, which means no one can trace the poison back to me. It must have been something that he ate. 1 second. So, who's gonna get this? Granddaughter, who is married to a different dynasty. Oh, hell. Otto lives right here. Is the heir. Installed by a house. He's about to take over. Again, this is all due to that equal succession. Ever since we reformed the faith, as much as I would like to change that, but you can't because you do not have high crown authority, even if they all support you. There's going to be some internal issues in future. After years of fruitless struggles and bitter woes, Caliph Hashamadin has been forced to concede. Any authority Abyssinians once held over Persia is long gone. Emboldening all rebels and rivals, the Zunbil house may rise from this chaos, stronger than ever, proud and free. Dawn will come again. This is what I did not want. But had I done it earlier, then who knows what would have been. So now we have a 50-year truce with everybody. Unless, you know, one of those involved rulers themselves dies, and then can start again. And all involved rulers lose their claims, which I didn't have any claims to begin with. And since I was one of the detractors of the Caliphate, I had frontier ambitions. So this house is looking for new routes of expansion after a fruitless struggle with the Caliphate. So at least the maintenance costs will be down, increase the levy size for the next 100 years. So, sorry about that, honest mistake. Crud. Crud, crud, crud. And you know, by technicality, yeah, that's unfortunate. And if you were to start and you break that truce, you know what happens? That. I mean, sure, you can do that at any given time. I'm sure he's not particularly well liked. We can get rid of him and start over again. We beat the heck out of their troops. So, I'm not above, you know. Well, this man is 80 years old. So he's not going to be around for long. And when he takes over, then it's open season for us. All we have to do now is just be patient. Wants to make me alarm. I remember the day when my daughter Pijig was born and my wife Ying, my impressive daughter. Memories like these bring me comfort no matter what happens. I know that my family is there for me, that house Zunbil stands strong. Dare to be triumphant, I whispered under my breath. I will treasure the thought. As maintenance works on my palace, said Bamian continues, a group of laborers has found, springing from the ground beneath the walls, a graceful handle. After further digging, it is now clear it was once attached to a vase, and it's just one of the dozens pieces of pottery the 70th area. Bamian has a centuries-long past, and that is known, but these vases are everywhere. They'll slow down the works. What should be done? Store them in a public chamber. You got it. I'll be willing to spend big money for once. And don't do that again. Poetry, Crusaders. I'm practicing writing some Turco-Hephthalite poetry. As someone who's this part of the elite, I need to know some poetry, lest I be seen as an uncultured cretin. Tonight, I initially had difficulty finding an appropriate theme for my poetry. After some thinking, I finally came up with something that is idols. Among the educated in the Zunist world, describe a beautiful lover's face resembling a bot, or using a metaphor of worship as a bot, for romantic love is very, very cliche. Given my current writer's block, I'll take what I could get. I begin to write. My beloved's face is like an idol, and I the monk who worships her. Very cliche, but at least my ideas are flowing. Hi. How'd you like to take the vows? Will not accept. Even with the hook. Would not accept. Huh. "10 years old is the minimum age." Got it. The regular kind of elective doesn't exist. Of course, there are certain traditions where you could do such things, but it's not possible. Safe to say we had a setback. Terrible setback. To some who dwell in the splendid cities this time, the wailing winds of the northern steppes still echo in their hearts. For good or ill, my son Ormos begin to feel this call. Father, you must leave me. I want to hold my mind and sword on a wild frontier, travel with caravans and mountain folk, perhaps even find the Hara Berizati mountain of legend. But Merkam loves Ormos dearly, he's begging me to refuse his request. You used to be the heir of one of the titles, but you don't anymore ever since we reformed the faith. Dang it, you're not the brightest of the bunch. So I'll tell you, I too have felt that call. You should go, my son. I've always wanted him to get out of here and go to somewhere. I've always wanted him out. Wow. My vassal wants to take this big chunk of land here. Saves Firuz Shah. It's tiny security code, hoping to track down traitor schemers. My fellow plotter Panika, just consider that you might have attracted some unwanted suspicion. The trail to me ends now. Get out of here. Still good. Ah. Always works. But anyways, it's interesting that this first character lived the entire life of the Iranian Intermezzo struggle, which is partly due to my own fault of raiding lands and such, which is what caused me to raid India for, such things. Shahis are still around. It's ridiculous as that protest. As the keeper of the Shah's personal collection, I have responsibility to ensure the quality of your work. You'll see it once it's finished. Come down the torch. You should leave a man to his work when he's making mail fit for royalty. It's time for a breath of fresh air. I've been feeling off lately. Might be due to some poor health. Either way, my stomach's especially been feeling uneasy. My physician calls Jean recommended me eat some hardtack daily for a few weeks instead of bread to alleviate my problems. This will help with digestion. Perhaps I'll have to stock up a large one. I know what hardtack is. I learned that from Oregon Trail in one of those games that I do the videos of. Eesh. I'm pretty used to eating these things with my troops, so I could do this. So get rid of mild stomach aches and eating hardtack. To help with stomach problems, this character has been consuming a lot of hardtack recently. Still poor. Just hurry up and get rid of this, man. And hopefully he drops dead too. Let's heaven forbid that they vassalize those two, otherwise we'll be having the Zunbil Samanid Wars, which is the last thing anyone would want. Yeah, you got it. Wants to make something wondrous. Don't have the money for that. This fortune goblet, don't have the money for that. Money's going to the war chest. But I do like to have mail armor, so that way my heirs can have it. And, hold on. Ari's been in contact with a warrior from distant land. His tools and methods are strange, but he is perpetually furious. With his strange curved blades, he is stealthy. Perhaps could employ him to help the Shah's, help him with those Shahs along this way. All better to hire someone with no connections or interest here. I'm distraught to learn that he's not been killed by the strange assassin. It would appear that our chosen operative, while very likely a great warrior, immediately became the talk of the town. Guards are immediately suspicious about this strangely dressed man wandering around looking for ways onto rooftops and carrying a large sword. Due to the language barrier, we had to provide drawings, and when they had these were found, exposing the murder plot. Fortunately, there was no way to tie it back to me. He didn't even know my name. Good, take it! That's some 2 cents next time. Oh, of course. I remember, we'll be losing access to the Benjamin mines, which is what's given us the great economic boost for income as compared to our capital. won't do much. While on a leisurely stroll, a crowd of particular merch stands up for the regular hustle and bustle of this street. Greetings, my lord. I have an exquisite amount of wares as my lord is gone. My companion Vidana stops dead in his tracks, head cocked and intently staring at something in the merchant's stall. He leads in and confines the hush voice. That bauble over there. It is a spitting image of a piece from the ceremonies required. It would be wise to acquire such a trinket. I believe this piece would be a more lucrative choice. Failed haggle. Once we're past the next two stalls, Vitan looks at me just that was an interesting display for certain. Not quite sure what her aim was, my lord, but I'm sure the merchant guy would have wanted. It's strongly like it end the conversation. This was merely a test. I got what I wanted. I was quite concerned. That's a good thing to have for future reference. Hold it right there. Consecrate bloodline. By sowing sufficient devotion and gathering favor clergy, I could ensure that my diocese forever shines as the holy bloodline under divine protection. As we are. 500 renown. Perform the final rites. Thanks to my pure devotion and relentless work, I have instantly bound the holiest of offices of the Zunist faith to the Zunbil dynasty. An increasing number of people in the clergy and amongst the faithful come to think of my family as the chosen caretakers of holy relics and the harbingers of divine will. Virtue without fault. It's always good to get more renown. As our next one won't be until... My lord, my knight Khatan raised me with a wide grin, gesturing towards the covered armor stand. I've toiled over the forge many days and nights. My work is finally done. With the flourish, she rips the fabric coming away, my eyes grow wide. While the chain links do not offer room for decoration, the masterful work on the riveting sets keep this piece apart from the common mail. The set includes a Kudla helmet and an intel. The lowermost links are made out of decorative gold, lining the whole armor. Magnificent. Dare to be triumphant. It's very good armor to have now. Got him in retreat. You're winning. Not traveling anywhere at this time. Even though the struggle is over, which means you can travel safely now. As travel's no longer dangerous. Same things. Oh. That's none of my business, sorry. Celebration in Wax. Mayor book tells me the local celebration in Wax, home of Fushah Shah, is struggling with money. If it is held, it would draw a lot of people, both high and low, to the area. Perfect opportunity for infiltration. I will not waste money on him. We got good agents there. At least we're making fast progress. All I need to do is get rid of him and then launch the war. And the old man has finally croaked, so we can start those two wars again. Lion Brave, they calls him. You know, one day we're gonna have to fight a war to take Chitral, which would be a scary thing to do. Enough waiting. I want him dead. If we can't find some clever way to dispatch him, then we should do it the old-fashioned way. We'll send men with full helmets who will simply cut him down at the first opportunity. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Send them now. He was apprehended by our men in the marketplace, taken on Courtiers dispatch. The men escaped on foot, and our vomit is not known. Best plan is a direct one. A newborn. Easy. Go for it. They still have mercenaries, but be careful. These are Kipchaks. Nothing to be messed with. So even if I do pass away, the wars will still be on. Oh, excellent. Man-at-arms negotiation for the rest of my life. As we'll be making money, as well as due to having war profiteer. And yes, I'm involved too, because why the heck not? I might get killed, but if I wanted to die, I'd rather die with dignity. Not let the infirmary take me. Okay. Get together. I'll just go home. More commander traits may be an issue. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh god dang it. They're really gonna hurt us. Yeah, I think we may have to call allies for this. This is my last war anyhow. Yes, I know, you're in the middle of a war. Just need you over here, please. I thought of something else in mind. I don't trust myself. And And if we get kilted in battle, then these horse archers are going to be an issue. Hold it right there. Actually, no, go, because if we wait, then they're going to take the place. I was trying to scare them, but they're not buying it. We have the initial advantage, but now they do have the advantage. And we're expected to take more casualties than they do. Waiting for the next roll. Now we have the advantage. We're getting them. Take the place and hopefully we capture the child ruler. White piece already? No sir. We're gonna take what we want. Now it's said to be even. So we're gonna take casualties, but Sogdian reinforcements on the way. I think we would have still gotten them regardless. 4 months. Guess they hired more mercenaries. Now we are in the early medieval era. Keep on fighting. Oh hell! Look at that! They're striking back. See if we can hold. But their numbers are smaller. Good environment, wounded. But we're still hanging on. Obviously. This is just a levy army, nothing to worry about. You are delaying the inevitable. It's basically last ditch. Got her. I step out of my tent. The siege camp sprawls out before me. A confusing mass of whitewashed tents, horse fair, makeshift markets erected by locals, pack animals, stands, pens. A few banners fluttered when cut timbers lay stacked like a wall outside the tents. A low retainer approaches and forces the siege at it. I get out my bodyguards and head to the edge of the camp. The Otak of Halavand stands for me, a tattered, glimmering pennant fluttering from the highest tower, its flames raging to the pre-dawn sky. In the fields between, the dead and dying lie in their scores upon scores of black slattered corpses. Unburied bodies are heaped in the gruesome mass grave, and row upon row of arrow-pierced shields mark the outlines of hasty ramparts. Black-veiled women in despair. Well, okay, they'll allow limited looting here. And imprison everyone you see. you're captured. Yes, you scored big. How much you willing to pay for the ransom? Or how about your mother first, and then the rest? While we'll be on our way up to go defeat them. After the successful siege of a black cat is brought before me. We found it in a holding. It must have belonged to the prisoner Tenpavan. Spoils the workers of many shapes. I'll guide a cat. What's the name of your cat, by the way? Pay up. The cat's name is Nanai, named after the goddess. Yeah, that's good one to have. That's a male cat, by the way. So, I've seen a few Sogdian male characters named Nanai, so it's a unisex name, I believe. Anyone else who willing to ransom? I mean, he's a landed character. Just hang on. Wait till he pays. Okay. Now, enforce demands. Got it. I don't suppose you know any Sogdian Buddhists, do you? Just curious. Well, my wife's a Sogdian Buddhist. But I need her in my court. Again, just need to increase the cultural acceptance. And plus have to be in our faith. So Koto's yours. Just be another one of my taxpayers. And Rush will go to you as well. Well, I guess you're doubling your pay here. You're not only my keeper of the menagerie, but also you get to be my tax collector. Alo is your name. Alo, I don't know how to say your name, but no wonder why we haven't been getting that as of late. Because we used to have Baka, the old tax collector. We used to have that. Guess I wasn't paying attention. Which could explain why aren't we making as much money as we used to or getting as much troops. But anyways, let's go take this place. They may have the mountains, but we have the numbers. Have the advantage. Killed one of their men. Got them all. No stopping us now. Sogdians can come up and help us out, even though we're no longer going to be allies when I pass, because they're Muslims, and they don't tolerate us Zunists. So I guess that means in future there will be the Zunbil Samanid Wars to take Chaganian and then eventually Badakhshan. And we will have reclaimed the Hephthalite Heartland. And after this war, we have to focus on domestic issues here. Because the titles are going to be given to people who don't really deserve it. Because of the equal thing. It's always good to have additional taxes now and again. So we have to focus on our own realm. From there on out. 2 hazel eyes follow me as I cross the hallway. A quiet meow breaks the silence as the knight playfully charges from my ankle. He may be young, but nonetheless ferocious. He pranced away as he left me a gleaming gift for his eye. Thank you, kind sir. There's even more gold. Pay up. Get your brother. I step out of my tent. The siege camp sprawls out before me. A sprawl of reds, browns, and blues, of tents striped with hues or sandy canvas, of 100 horses tied to crude pens, and feeders jammed with hayseed, and of fires crackling as the camp followers stoke cauldrons of bubbling stew. Flags flutter in the stiff northwestern breeze, the colors stark and bright against the dune sky. Figures hunch over campfires, tossing on wood or brushing sheepskins clean. My loyal retainer approaches and informs it to siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards head to the edge camp. The old Tagavrasht stands for me. A canyon of shattered walls in the fields between lie the blackened corpses of slain men and burnt out hovels choked with rubble. Bodies litter the grass, rotting the covered in the foul stench of decomposition. Survivors huddled by the roadside, trembling with and raw with loss, their faces bloated and manic with hunger. Smoke curls from smoldering ruins of houses and shops that rise like gravestones. Limited looting here too. Prison everybody you see. If they're willing to pay. I'm gonna get every single coin out of you. As much as we could. Thank you for your cooperation. All yours. Now we can focus on here. Of the areas that your son will inherit, at least. Samindawar Shah. We will have Zabulistan and Ghazna. But not places like Kabul. So in this case... making investments. And also may have to return to raiding if we're desperate. So this is Firuz's liturgical vestments. A set of liturgical vestments of ornate embroidery designs over the lingerie fabric. The set is composed of a chasuble set, cope set, tunicle set, and mask set for the various religious functions. Tiny but elegant descripts the woman's side. For my dear son, Firuz, the motto of the Episcopal Fortune over Peace is elegant and warm just below the collar. Gives me more learning, that's always good. That's a different kind of regalia that we don't typically get. So now let us live in peace. And it looks like my good vassal, you know, not ethnically, you know what I mean. He just won the war for us. And that puts us in a prime position to, you know, go across to the lands of Sogdia whenever we want to. But Sogdia is not our target. And this was bound to happen. And he lived a good life for this. Shah Firuz of the Zunbil Shahdom has given up the ghost at 72 years of age. He died of old age, a hollowed shell of his former self. He had long lost his wits by the time of his final passing. He was one of the greats. Founder of Zunism, he was a cultural head. He was exalted among men, a religious icon. Fought in 9 offensive wars and 7 defensive ones. And hosted 6 different activities. And now Shah Gunavarman ascends to the throne. Being an ambitious man, many expect the realm to grow and prosper under his rule. So now, I've lost it to my niece. Oh, especially Bamyan. And I don't have a claim over that, but one day I will. You'll do. I focus on domestic affairs while I sway you. Military man at heart, as I have gallant, which means that I have the highest prowess of the land. I started our gun of armor. Content, generous, brave. Old Zunis, though. Honestly, based on base, I'd rather give you stewardship education. I'd rather have wealth focus. Because monetary income is going to become an issue. To have one new court artifact. Man-eating dog hide. An excellent tanned hide of the Shah's beloved dog. No, I don't. To preserve his honor, different companion. Man-eating dog. It's created, inherited. Okay, we'll just put that up there for a tiny bit of prestige gain. You know, I got negative prestige, which is no good to nobody. So now you got another taxpayer. What joy is it to be a son of such an exemplary servant of Zun. The outdoor I feel in my heart when I hear everybody refer to him as son of Firuz. He's richly revered by Flamens and pious Zunists alike. I wonder, will I humbly stay in my father's shadow, or will I achieve and surpass such piety in my own life? Will the good grace of Zun be as visible in me as it is in him? One day I will be like you. Liberty faction. Oh, yeah, you have grown. Now that's becoming an issue. And you up there, he's an old Zunist. Wants to go to the Western Steppe. How much? 50. Oh dear. Doesn't say anything about increased opinion. Maybe that would be after the fact, but I don't want to risk that. It's never going to return to me. But it's a Liberty faction, it's not independence or dissolution. If it was, I would have total issue with that. We need to find a spouse. In other words, start looking towards places like, you know, there. You want to subjugate them? Manichaeans, they're evil, unfortunately. One true faith, they don't have Eastern Syncretism. Be willing to forgive them. A reincarnation of our grandmother. Ambitious you are, that's another issue. Even if we do get along and then become allies, because I thought about the possibility of, you know, expanding a little bit into India, so we could be neighbors and all that. But I think you're better off with a better chance of them. Unfortunately, there is one. with this. My dynasty has light of glory, which is a dynasty legacy. Marriage acceptance for dynasty members. At least it's a better chance of that happening. So this will do. And that also means we can no longer raid this area as much as I would like it. And my other son. Yeep. But I would love to have these people as my vassal. But without, you know, resorting to war. Like, wish we could do a vassalization war. Though you can, but it's gonna be, you know, over there. Which is the reason why I never disturbed them. Because I thought he and the future heirs. What the heck? No hostile, right? Yeah. Nice. Therefore, alliance, yes. Get these real proud mountain warriors, even though they're isolationists. Just ideas. Yeah. So, in an alliance, that's plus 20. Even if you improve the opinion all the heck way, then, and even if you speak his tongue, you're not going to get something that's desired. So even if you brought that man in here, but religious exemption though. I mean, who knows? It's a real possibility. They could set an ultimatum of 20 months. I would love to have this back. I'm well aware of how this works. Listen to this thing. Visited Miss another day at court to overhear my wife and him said Bijabi, so distinctive irate tone. Here it seems that got our goat. Step closer, I see my guest smuggler. These so-called patches are embarrassment. They were fit only for the servants of children of any respectable Lacton coat. My wife flushes red and cries. I had quite enough of you. I don't care if you're a child's guest. She's surprised. Pulling me aside, Zoe moans bitterly. That ungrateful count never ceases to mock us. Yesterday my servants over at Colin transpasse. There's someone ribbing us. That's another thing, we gotta reduce the cost. Go back. Last century fashion. Just to reduce costs. Unfortunate. Cost-cutting measures. Disillusioned faction. Now that one I would take issue with. Unpreferred heir. I know you want to be on the council badly, but you're not talented enough. And I think it was a mistake for appointing you there. If I had my druthers, I would get rid of you. And there is another one. Huh. The whole damn world's against me. At least you're not at war right now, and neither is you. So I'm willing to. My brother Ormuzd was killed in a storm at sea. What sea? His companions caught a terrible storm in the coast of Algiers, and nobody's heard from them since. Algiers? Around there. What on earth was he doing over there? Exploring the world? Or what's left of it? The Iranian plateau's a mess, as you can see. As I walk outside, greeted by the sight of my nightgown. Look above, crouching beside my cat in the night, tenderly petting his head. It's quite lovely cat you have, my lord. You are very perceptive. Black, hazel. It's too weak to send an ultimatum right now, but we're worried about the Liberty faction as another one did join. It's this one. Couldn't do the satrapy. Everybody's got their unpreferred heirs, that's the main reason. Although, to be fair, we have to compromise here. You would be an excellent steward, though. I will not accept her. She doesn't like it no matter what. It was a mistake to appoint her then. Yeah, life is hard out here. And since father died, that means we can declare war against anybody we like, but we need to stabilize ourselves here first. I saunter between the market stalls as Mindoir, a heavy pouch tugging at my belt. How to make this corn work for me? As I admire the wares of a local stonemason, perfect geometry, sound investment, my steward, satrap, Bozomir, son of Christmas. At a word of advice, my liege, have a look at the jeweler's stall there. Ours might be simple, but the potential is great. Invest in a jeweler's workshop. You've become my friend. Good. How'd you like to be, you know, the new Zunis, not the old Zunis? Might ask something in return. And may continue to practice its secret, keep well in mind. At least we're starting to get along here. That's a first. Plus, with having him as a friend, that'll get him out of the faction. It's too weak to send an ultimatum now. All we need is to get him online. Stick accent. A few days ago, Farnaz, the learned son of my vassal Sadavika, took an important experiment with an oil Overhaul concocted by the celebrated alchemist Abu Bakr al-Razi. Apparently, something went horribly wrong. You must punish Abu Bakr al-Razi severely, Satrapa Sadavika tells me. Behold the wretched state of my son. No, my Shah. I merely perfect the formula long sought by the wise. It is not my fault that Farnaz would kill us with the whole of the most corrosive substance yet on earth. Give me a moment. Even though I do fancy myself as an herbalist. When did I become an herbalist? It doesn't say. Do I really want to make that satrap mad? Very wise. Wish he was my physician. Abu Bakr al-Razi, tell me more about these discoveries. What I've invented is derived from a glacial mineral the Babylonians and Greeks of old called Bible. Abu Bakr al-Razi explains, by meticulously roasted green vital in an iron retort, I create this corrosive substance. I could see both scholarly and medicinal uses for it. But beware, my lord. It is not to be trifled with, as Farnaz is on. Perhaps you might sponsor my further research. I'll study this substance personally. I'll pursue further studies. I mean, I do have some degree of knowledge. As I gently pour honest, sizzling liquids from bottle to bottle. Abu Bakr al-Razi looks at me from this. Oh, Shah, says, I am chiefly a scholar of history and theology compared to you, but I'm a dabbler in alchemy, it would seem. Yet my experience tells we cannot learn anything further from it. We should stop experimenting with this oil and valor I've created, or I fear the sun will punish us for our vanity. Maybe such that the acid should not be put on this earth. No, I will see this through. I risk a horrible accident. 10% chance of becoming disfigured, and as well as a positive outcome. 42% chance of getting alchemical insights, or 57% that I'd be dabbling in alchemy. My experience went well. Alchemical insights. Together with a Persian alchemist, this character's made great discoveries in the study of liquids and matter, and learned much about the fabric as well. Plus, too, learning and some cultural fascination progress. Alright. The death of Sheikh Adi. Stories have spread across the region about a great holy man living in Nineveh who was called Sheikh Adi. Even though he was a devout Sufi mystic who preferred to keep to himself, his steadfast asceticism, endless wisdoms, apropos miracles earned him a large following. Sheikh Adi recently passed away, even though this is not enough to deter his followers. It includes not only pious Muslim locals, but also those who practice the ancient beliefs long held by the peoples of northwest Iran. To detractors, his followers worship him excessively, but locals claim he does deserve veneration as a truly great man, and perhaps one who is more than meets the eye. Either way, it appears Sheikh Adi's teachings are blending together local spiritual practices and ideas in this region. It remains to be seen how influential this mirror will remain in the long run. So, the new faith, Yazidism, will likely emerge around the Chaldean event in the next few decades. So yes, Sheikh Adi, a Sufi mystic, recently passed away and was buried here. It was respect for his wisdom, asceticism, and miracles by locals of all creeds. Some detractors claim locals begin to worship him excessively, but others see him as a great religious figure worthy of such veneration. And so, a new religious system is developing in this region, blending elements of Islam, ancient Iranic beliefs, and more. A new faith, Yazidism, will likely emerge there and be an event sometime in the next decades. It's over there in northern Iraq. There. Give me a moment to drink. I cannot work like this, my tax collector Alex is frustrated and dejected. Every court of the Shadow is a sad place where greed reigns over efficiency and justice, hampering all my efforts. Good tax farming need competent magistrates to keep the local magnates in check, to make your rules seem righteous and claim your taxes justified. You must give me funds to employ more and better people for the courts and the authority to fire the imbeciles currently housed there. He's a monk and a knight. Something that we need more of. My knight is covered. You can make do. Now get over here. I ain't paying your travel expenses either. Oh, hell. There are easy ways for me to get prestige immediately. Just do one of these activities. Like go sacrifice a goat, or go visit the statues or something. There's easy ways. Not again. You mad fools. But it's only a Liberty faction, not disillusion. Kinslayer. Bad people. Wish I'd get rid of you just for that, but that would not do. Your priority is just to try to sway him, get him on your side. And he has. So we're well on our way. Aha! Another reason. You greedy bastard. How about a gift you an artifact that I don't use? You need a what? Come on! That's another reason why we're not making as much gold. Although you can replace her with someone else, of course. My physician, of course. There you go. Every little bit helps. Not only for more gold, but having more levies that come from the temple holdings. Every little bit helps. Always gotta know someone you could trust. During one of our lessons in my son Firuz's chambers, I noticed a collection of rocks needed to be displayed on the shelf. One of the stones stands out in the collection. It is quite rough, but upon a close inspection, there is a deeply red brilliant to continue with it. He notices my interest, picks up hands on. You can have it, Father. Oh, thank you. Little gem. Again, we need to get that man on our side. For future reference. I want to know their strength. A peasant revolt. You can handle it, no? I think you can handle it. The Zunist was shocked to learn that my high shaman was caught beating servants who failed to please her, causing them grievous harm. While scandals among the clergy are nothing new, it is discarding for one that occurs so close to home. Maybe I should just stay silent about this. So I'll say, yeah, I'll help you. But I'm just wondering, can you handle it? Oh dear, handsome appearance even though he's scaly. I will keep it short and professional. I don't want to, insult him. And you know that man is gonna... Oh, hang on. They got him. Hey, at least you took care of business. Buildings are being constructed, increasing the tax little by little. As I approached yet another dead rat, I could do nothing but praise him. The castle's never been this free of rodents before. Rat-free, huge health boost. Always happy to see that. Bastard. Just need to get below it. And then it wouldn't be a problem anymore. Yep, just below it now. Too weak to send an ultimatum now. Alright. Oh, need to get more strength from ours. Yes, they are in depth. But we are a long way to getting to become illustrious, because illustrious is how you do duchy wars. But we can afford one war for Chaganian in future, just to take part of it, and then in future, then we fight for the mountains of Badakhshan and the Pamirs. Come on. But you do have allies. It's a wonder how this is a dynasty that once ruled there, but not two distinct cultures and religions. They're all different. And I do have a claim for all this. Gosh, the alliance will not do. Unless you want to exchange hostages. Which is something I hardly ever do. Hostage exchanges. It kind of makes me wonder, it's like, yes, they may be isolationists, they're of different faith. Because I know there will come a day that we're going to do vassalization war for that rather than conquer it whole. Because I like their little pagan faith. Works wonders for them. But now, I think I want to end this episode now because the next episode is going to be focused on the Samanids, and also try to keep the peace here locally. And among other things. As well as that, again, the aforementioned future war for Chaganian, in which we have no idea who we're up against regarding them. Before we, fight a war for Chaganian in the far future. If we have enough prestige, which prestige is going to be the name of the game. There are many ways to get prestige, but all that usually requires money. And that's another thing we have to do in the near future. Like once we keep the peace around here, then we can go raiding again in Multan and further south. Well, hell, maybe even them, or even get a head start and try to, raid them. I mean, Fergana is a valuable land to be there, as far as development is concerned. Oh, even raid Sogdia, they got wealth. Peoples of Soko, for goodness sakes. As we still have that, long-term goal of reclaiming the Hephthalite Heartland, which we need to become illustrious. So we just need these parts, and then you got it. So, we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. We'll see you in the next one. So long for now.